Hello, everyone. This is Fausto from Cyber Trading. Want to do a quick audio check? Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Thanks for logging in early. We'll be getting started shortly, everybody. Hello everyone. My name is Fausto. Just want to do a quick audio check. Can everybody hear me okay? Just want to be able to get an audio check. All right. Russell, good to see you. Very well. Ted, just want to make sure you guys can see. Danny, good. All right. Let me get a couple of things here working and we'll get started immediately. Hold on. All right, there we go. Just making sure we get the webcam working. Good. All right, everyone. Well, welcome. My name is Fausto from Cyber Trading University. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Hopefully, everyone was had a really good morning. A couple of good things we're going to talk about. We're going to cover some stocks that are moving. We're going to talk about like how to trade today's buying and selling, order flow, understanding how the algorithms work, all the major market moves, and all that good stuff. So we're going to cover a lot of great content. And thanks for being here. But there's going to be a lot that we're going to be teaching you, and let me tell you, there's going to be stuff that we're going to show you that's going to be quite a little disturbing because you're going to be like, my God, I didn't know the market works this way. Well, that's the purpose why we're here. So let me just hide this here. All right. But before we get started, a little risk disclosure, just to let you know, this is strictly for educational purposes only. I'm not making any guarantees this works or any promises. Trading varies from student to student. So all we ask is you be very, very smart and very wise before you go out there and make your first trade. All right. Now, what we're going to be learning is this. Basically, I'm going to be asking a lot of you guys questions. And the goal is please go out there and answer those questions to the best of your knowledge, because the more you answer, the more fun you're going to make it. You'll make me feel good. And it also will train you a little bit more if you know what you're talking about. So basically, we're going to talk about how brokerage firms and trading firms do reverse psychology. We're going to show you how to successfully execute entries and exits. We're going to implement the proper risk. You know, the main thing is a lot of people lose money, and that's mainly why we're here. So we're going to talk a lot about losers, controlling losses, and so on. And then also, which I know everyone wants to talk about, is how do you find these stocks? Well, let me tell you how I used to find them. For some of you who don't know who I am, I'm actually one of the original day traders that started back in the early 90s. We're endorsed by more brokerage firms and have probably the best reputation on the internet of doing it for so long. I'm also a 12-time champion at the money shows. I competed against every school in the industry. I beat every school in the industry. And nothing against them that they're bad traders. It's just that a lot of them were not market makers. A lot of them were not day traders. A lot of them were analysts and technicians and so on. But I'm going to show you trading is a lot simpler than what most of you are making it to be. And that's the beauty of being a very good trader. Now, how I got started is, like I said, I've been doing this since I was 22 years old. I'm 52 now. I've been doing it for 30 wonderful years. Forbes wrote a big article on us day traders back in the early 90s, a bunch of kids tormenting Wall Street. How do you know that that's an old magazine? Look at the monitor. I'm also the author of the book of How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game, published by Wiley. For everyone here, I will be giving you all a copy of my book at the end of the presentation. You can go pay me $47 on Amazon, or you could get it here for free. I'd rather do it for free. So that's going to be my gift to you for being here, and I'm going to give you a lot more gifts at the end of it. Now, the reason why I'm here is I'm looking for traders I could teach, okay? Now, trading is a team effort. This is not somebody goes out there and just kind of teach me how to trade, send me 800 hours of videos and I'll figure it out. That's not really how you do it. And I know a lot of you here, we all had jobs before. No one gave you a bunch of videos and said, okay, now go make me money. They had to take you under their wing. They had to train you, all that good stuff. So that's one of the great things I'm going to be teaching all of you here at Cyber Trading University. Now, I don't know if anyone here also watches the NASDAQ show, but I will be there tomorrow live at 1 o'clock. So NASDAQ has me as one of their experts that come in to talk about how to trade the level 3 and the level 4, how to trade their markets. So if you are registered here, we'll send you the link if you can't watch it. But like I said, I've been a regular guest there for several years. And the reason why we're there is because the exchanges want you to learn how to trade, because if you stop trading, they don't make any money, okay? And you probably would have known that if you looked at their earnings today. They actually did pretty well in their earnings. So you guys don't trade, they don't make money. You guys trade, they make money, and where everyone's happy. So We're going to focus on stocks, options, futures, Forex. So my question to ask everyone here is this. What kind of trader are you? Are you a stock trader? Are you an options trader? Forex, futures? Can you tell me a little bit about you? And you do futures. Okay. Steve, what about you? Jane, Ash, what about you guys? What do you do? What kind of trading are you all? Forex, Russell, Nick from Australia, Wealth 365 Summit. Not sure. I remember if you owe me a phone call, Nicholas. So we'll get to that, Nicholas. We'll get there. Forex, prop firm, okay. Day trading, Ash, some stock trading. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about what I do, okay. Now, I'm more of a stock trader. I'm more of a day trader. Now, listen, don't worry about some of you who say, well, I want to learn more Forex or options. Let me just point this out right away. If you've been doing something more for 2 to 3 months and you're not making money doing it, you probably need to find someone else to teach you how to do it, or maybe that market's not for you, okay? I've tried all of them. I kind of favor being in the stock market because when I turn on the TV, if it's the news, whatever I talk about, it's always predicated on stocks, okay? You want to be a good options trader, you damn well better be a good stock trader first because it's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. You know, you want to learn how to trade Forex? Listen, Forex, you're dealing with the biggest banks in the world. It doesn't really move all the time, but it pretty much trades about 70% the same. So let's go out there and talk about some of the stuff that we have. Now here you can see a couple images of some of my of the students we've trained. If you look at these people, they look just like you. They are grandmas, grandpas, first responders, doctors, border control people, cowboys, professors at schools. I mean, they're all walks of life, business owners. So everyone here is just like you. So please don't look at it. It's never too late to learn how to trade. But what I'm looking to do is getting everyone out there to register and be part of it. Now, before we start, jumping into everything, just to let everybody know, I'm going to invite all of you to come into my professional trading room, and you could scan it now. It's only going to cost you $9, or you can wait to the end. You'd probably be like, wait a minute, I wasn't planning on buying anything. Don't worry about it. Don't buy anything. Don't buy. Nicholas already bought it. Good. Don't worry about it. But the goal is I'm looking for serious traders. And if you're willing to spend $9, then you could spend, then you're a serious trader. If you can't afford $9, I'm not the person for you. That's really what it comes down to it. And I think everybody here can kind of appreciate that. Nobody's expecting anything for free, but you just want to make sure you're getting value. But like I said, I'm just looking for serious traders. Now, let's see what happened in the market, what some of the things that moved and things that didn't move. All right. So what happened this past week in the stock market? All right. So we had a couple of big news. Everyone saw what happened with the news on Bitcoin yesterday. Somebody came out with some fake news, and all of a sudden, Nicholas, did you see it? And a lot of the stocks took off, and because the rumor was that BlackRock got approved for the ETF, the Bitcoin ETF, and everyone wanted to jump on it. So even if you didn't have to trade Bitcoin, there were other stocks out there that traded. There was Coin, there was Mara, there was Riot, there was blockchain stocks, so they all moved, right? So, but you could see how important it is how, news could affect certain stocks, no matter if you're on the Bitcoin side or on the stock side. But there are other stocks out there that moved also. There were stocks like NVIDIA and AMD. They went from 460 down to 425, back to 444. And, and now you have Tesla coming out with news, earnings, and you had Netflix come out with earnings announcements. And you're going to hear this, every day. And you're going to have Powell is going to be talking about tomorrow. So this is a lot of big news that's coming out this week. It's a very big earnings a week. Now, you're probably sitting there like, do I buy it? Do I take a shot? Do I gamble? You're not in the gamble business. You have to be on the side of where all the buyers and sellers are. And because there are other stocks out there to trade. Like, for example, did anyone see the stock TPST yesterday? Look at this stock right here. At 9:30 this morning, this stock ran from $4 in less than 2 hours, ran to $7.50. What is that? Almost 100% in an hour, and a little bit more than an hour. So you can look at the Tesla. That's like Tesla going from 250 to 500 a day. That's like NVIDIA going from 400 to 800 in a day. BNOX, another one. $4 stock goes to $5. Do you know if you only made half that money, 50% of that move, 50%, that's $500. It's a $100,000 salary at a $5,000 investment. Who doesn't want that job? You see, there are 20 plus thousand stocks out there that trade every day. You can't trade them all. But being a good trader, it's all about risk to reward. Just like a stock like NXTX is another one that moved yesterday. This stock ran from $2 to $4, up 100%. Now, some of you are like, I've never heard of this stock, Fausto. Why did it go up? How could you find them? Well, you're in a good place right now because I'm going to show you how we find them and how we know they're going to go up. And most importantly, how we know they're going to go down. Because we are here to learn to stop losing money. 80 to 90% of traders fail in trading. And the reason why they fail is they don't know how to take a loss. That's the reason why. And they also don't know where to find them and how they're moving. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the next 30 minutes. And then everyone here is going to get my book. And I'm going to hope everyone here is going to register and watch us practice what we preach, because I'm going to invite all of you into the original trading room that I built 30 years ago. So how do we avoid being part of that 80 to 90% failure rate like most traders are? Because first of all, let's think about it. Who here wants to go into a business knowing that you're going to be part of an 80 to 90% failure rate? I mean, do you all think you could be successful at 10%? That's ridiculous. Who wants to do that? Well, the goal is we need to know how to prevent those losers. So some of the things that make people lose money is A, they hold overnight positions because they don't want to take a loss. Cardinal rule, that's a no-no. And B, they don't know how to stop averaging down. They just don't know to say, okay, I'm on the wrong side. We found this stock that went up. I bought it. How do I get out of it? Every stock trades exactly the same. They all have buyers and they all have sellers. But the question you need to know what to do, which I'm going to show you, is how to follow those buyers and sellers. So to understand this correctly, let me ask a simple question. What makes a stock move up in the first place? Let's see how everyone answers that question. Let's see if you've been paying attention within the first 5 minutes. If you can't answer this question, you should quit trading and go back to your day job, okay? Ash, you're right. Russell, you're right. Larry, you're right. Steve, you're right. It's all about buyers and sellers. Wouldn't it be, here you are, oh, you mean it's not about a Fibonacci? It's not about a candlestick? It's not about a MACD? Buyers and sellers, you said it yourself, okay? Well, that's what I'm going to teach all of you, okay? It's all about supply and demand and knowing where that supply is and where that demand is. So let's do this. What is going to make a big supply and demand? Big block orders. That's what's going to make stocks that make these big support levels and these big resistance levels. So how do we find these big orders? Very simple. We need to go to two different windows, something called level 3 or level 4. Now, my question to everyone here is this. Who here has level 3 quotes? Forget about level 4 right now. Let's just start with level 3. Nicholas, you don't have it. Let me say what else. Anyone else? Just give me a yes or no. Not there. Adam, you just got it. Okay, no. Interactive brokers, no. Dan has it. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you. Now, listen to me very carefully. For all you traders in here, Larry, Sean, Danny, I didn't hear from you guys. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you have made in a stock if you knew where 70% of all the buyers and sellers are on a stock that you're in right now? I'm going to repeat that one more time. How much better and smarter trading decisions would you have made if you knew where the big orders out there, the 70% of all the buyers and sellers around the entire world. I would love to know that, Steve. Nicholas says 100 times better. Is that it? Just you two? That's all? Okay. Maybe not have been involved in a lot of losers. Okay, that's a good way of explaining it, Adam. That would be great. Now, let me show you what it is, and I'll explain to you why and it is so valuable. Now, before we move forward, I need all of you to pay attention. Please, what I'm about to show you is going to be probably the most disturbing thing you've ever seen in your life, because as a trader, obviously, you're going to be like, how did I not know this? And why did, or maybe some of you took courses from someone else and like, how did that person not tell me that? This makes so much more sense. I'm going to make you a 50% better trader right now than out of all the classes you've taken. And I can almost guarantee that. Because what I'm about to show you is the reason why you're going to see me live at NASDAQ tomorrow. So let's look at NASDAQ Book Viewer. I kind of call AK level 3. Now, does anyone here have NASDAQ Book Viewer? Just give me a yes or no. You just get a yes or no here. No, Nicholas, you don't have it. James, you have it. No. Okay, so let me show you what we've got going on here, and then follow along, and it'll make a little sense as we move forward. Now, looking at the level 2 right here, you see right here where it says buy orders. Those are all the buyers looking at Peloton, the stock Peloton, looking at every single person that wants to buy it in the entire world, and every person that wants to sell it in the entire world. Now you have 3 columns: the price, the shares, and the orders. The orders are, for example, there are 10 orders out there that make up the 2,000 shares. There's 15 orders out there to make the 3,600 shares that people want to buy it at 972. So you're seeing every order out there around the entire world, how many shares are out there, and at what price. Now, whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. Now, what's very unique about this, you'll see 2,000 share buyers, 1,000 share buyers, 700 share buyers, 61,000 share buyers out there, 10,000, 2,000 share sellers, 1,000 share sellers, 11,000, 50,000. So you're going to see little orders and you're going to see a lot of orders. Now, I'm going to ask everybody a question here. What do you think is going to make a support level? Little buyers or bigger buyers? Let's see how you answer that question. I know it's a dumb question, but you know what? Dumb questions will help stop making dumb mistakes. Big buyers, right? Okay. So let's put this into perspective on a chart. We're looking at a stock here, PLTR. And you can see how the stock is coming down. You ever go into a stock and you're losing money and you're like, my God, what am I going to do? The stock keeps going lower. So when's it going to really stop? Well, as it's trending down, you'll notice that once we get around this price, right around 1560, it kind of from 1030 never wanted to go lower. And then it sat there from 11, 1130, 12, 1230, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then just constantly never wanted to go lower. And eventually it just started like trickling up and went higher. Why did it stop at $15.65? Well, there's only one answer. If you look over here on level at the NASDAQ Book Viewer, you have buyers at every single price level. But when you get down to that 1565, you got 15 orders of 84,000 shares that want to buy out there. Now you do the math. 84,000 shares times $15 is a lot of money. Okay, you're talking over $10 million worth of stock. I know no one here is buying $10 million worth of stock. Okay, so who do you know more than those 84,000 shares? Ash, how many shares you trade in a position? Nicholas, Danny, a couple of hundred, maybe 1,000, whatever it may be. You're talking 84,000 around the world. Okay, do you think you know more than him? I don't think so, and I put money on it that you don't. So why try to question to know why that stock is, why he's out there? Because when you look at the chart, it kind of makes sense. Let's look at a sell side. You ever own a stock and all of a sudden, like, it hits a resistance and you don't know why? Well, the reason why is because there must have been a big seller out there. And we look at the stock VSME, when the stock started early in the morning, went from 380 and then hit a resistance levels at 450 and then came right back down to 420. And you're wondering, why did it go down? Well, if you had the NASDAQ book viewer, you would have known that 10 shares, 250,000, 84, 85,000 sitting there at, right at $5.49. No wonder why the stock came down. Because that's a big seller out there. And guess what? If that seller, someone doesn't buy it from him, it ain't going lower. Now, you have to understand, what's very important is look up here on top. Sellers equal resistance. See, everyone has it backwards. Everybody's looking for support levels. Everyone's looking for resistance levels. Okay? Why are people looking for support and resistance? Well, that resistance doesn't exist unless the seller's out there. That support level doesn't resist unless those buyers are out there. And everybody here is doing the total opposite. Let's go over a few trades about this week, okay? Let's look at this example, AMD. AMD's going down. Now I'm going to ask everyone a question here. What is going to make AMD stop going lower? What do we need for the stock to stop trending lower? Nicholas says buyers. Savir says buyers. Buyers, not volume. We need buyers. We need demand, right? We need a demand of buyers out there. Now, let me tell you why all of you trade backwards. Do you see buyers on a chart? Do you see any buyers out here on a chart? So how do you know? So where are the buyers? Where are the buyers? You keep looking at a chart. I mean, just the other day, I was doing an event and somebody told me you had 12 screens. I'm like, what the hell you got 12 screens for? Well, I need it for my charts. When we started, we had no charts. And imagine that we were successful then. Now everybody's landing the space shuttle. Okay? Got to look at level 3, right, Dan? So we look at over here, AMD. We got a 273,000 share buyer at right here at 107. What do you think is going to happen when we get down to 107 and 50 cents? In theory, what do you think is going to happen when we get down there? Price should go up, right? In theory, it should be support levels. But the chart doesn't tell you that. But when you look at when you look at the NASDAQ market, it does. Well, guess what? What happened when it hit that 107.50? Came down, hit 107.50, shot right back up to 109. Do you ever do a trade like that and you feel like someone's watching you? It's like when you buy it, you're losing money, and then you sell it and the damn thing goes up. You're like, how the hell that happened? It happens all the time, right? With some of you. You know what the problem is? Nobody's watching you. You're just not watching them. You see, and listen, we just got started. So let's look at another example. Let's look at LAC. So where is resistance levels on LAC? Can anybody tell me? Let's see how you guys answer this question. Well, Adam, we're going to get to that question. Adam's question is by looking at that book. How do you know that buyer is in control without a large buy order on the seller? Does it really matter? Does it really matter? The order's out there. And by the way, that is a real order. These ain't fake orders. What you're looking at right here, this is the exchange. Okay? This is the exchange. You can't put fake orders out there. So everyone out there is saying 1180. Okay, so resistance levels at 1180. Do you think we should, call Kramer up? Do you think we should add a Fibonacci to it? Do you think we should read some of the charts? So you're really telling me, from what you could see here, going to have a seat on the exchange, we got a seller out there at 1180. Is that what you're saying? Well, let's go check out the chart. What does your chart tell us? Is it going up or is it going down, the stock? What does this chart tell us? It's going up. Everyone out there, you're saying the same exact thing. It's going up. So what do you think more people are going to think of doing? You think they're going to hold on to the position, or you think they already have that number at 1180, knowing that they're coming up to 113,000 share seller? Exactly. Everyone's going to be holding, right, Adam? Because if I implement an indicator or this and that, they're like, oh, this thing is going great. This thing's going higher. Yeah? Well, guess what? You sit there, you're watching it. You get out, you're starting to get a bull flag. You're probably getting a double top. You got all these people got these crazy lingos, right? Well, guess what? Yeah, that worked out pretty well because look where it is down. Now it went from $11.80 down to $11. If you had 1,000 shares of that stock and you didn't get out at $11.80, knowing those sellers are out there, how much money did you lose on that trade? What is 1180 minus 11? Let's see how everybody's good with math. What is 1180 minus 11? 80 cents, right, Steve? 80 cents times 1,000 shares is how much money? $800. Did you hear that, everybody? Who here wants to convert a winner into a loser? All right? Wouldn't that suck? That'd be terrible. It's devastating. Ever happened to you? Now, has that ever happened to anybody? It has, right? Did I tell you this is going to get disturbing? Did I tell you this is going to be like, oh my God, kind of makes sense, right? So the question everyone's going to ask me is, okay, now, Fausto, where do we get book viewer? All right. So this is what I want you to do. Take my email address down, faustop@ctucorp.com, and if you're interested in it, I'll tell you where to get it. I'm not going to put it in the room because, once again, I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know where you came from. And not only that, I would probably do more harm than good than you go in there because what I want to do is I want to give everybody some videos so you can watch these videos. And because I want to show you how to set up the chart, the defaults on it, all that stuff. So listen, the worst thing that could happen is that I teach you how to use it. There's my email address. Now, that one trade, if you didn't get in and out of it, you would have lost $800, right? How much would this be worth to you now, knowing that you could have known this in the past? What you would have paid for this platform? What is it worth to you? I can tell you what I paid. When I started 22 years ago, when I started 30 years ago, priceless. I love that word, Adam. I paid $1,000 a month for this. If you want a seat on the exchange, on the floor, it costs you several $1 million. So you'll wonder, now I know why people lost money, because I don't think you guys are running out there dishing out $1,000. And I was 22 years old. I'm 52 now. And I dished out that $1,000 back then. Okay? No problem, Nicholas. I think I got your email. Robert, I got yours. Greg, Rich, I got yours. Okay. So, you know what? Doesn't cost $1,000 anymore. Doesn't cost $100. You know what it costs today? $15. That's right. See, $15. Would you pay $15 for it? Would you pay $15 to see where 70% of the volume is? Adam says you already did. And you know what? You know what confuses me? I don't understand why nobody would pay that. Why would you now want to know where that 113,000 share seller is and not go out there and lose $800 to be a penny cheap, which costs you be a dollar foolish. You ever hear that phrase? So guess what? I'm going to show you where to get it. Just take my email address and I'll send it over to you. All right. Now, let's talk about level 4, because if you think level 3 is pretty cool, wait till you see this one. Now, level 4, basically, we're going to see it on a heat map. We're going to see where all the buyers and sellers are. That's basically, so now you got the right-hand side, you're going to see the numbers, but now we're going to see a continuation of how long he's been out there, see every order out there, what make it darker. So it's going to be a little bit more visual than just looking at numbers. So let's go look at a couple of stocks that we traded. So looking at the stock IONQ. See how the stock is trending down? It's at $16, and right around here, around $15, we got a 22,000 share buyer out there, and he's been out there for about a couple hours. So, you know, being a good trader, it's being patient. That's basically what it is. You might love the stock at $15.50, but everyone else is buying at $15. Why can't you wait down till we get to $15? Why you got to pay $15.50? You know, because not only that, but there's buyers at 15, and then a new buyer showed up at $14.90 for another 23,000. And what do you think happens next? Stock goes up. So granted, it's all about being patient, being a trader. You could see the heat, you could see the volume, you could see how long he's been out there, and that's what it is. Why one versus the other? Great question, Matt. One costs more money. Okay? That's the reason why. But would you pay $15, Matt, for this? Would you want to start out paying $100? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to spend your money. All right? All I'm here doing, you're already paying $40. How about this? Would you pay $9? How about if I offered all this stuff for $9? Would you pay that? You already did. Good. All right, there we go. So at the end of the presentation, I'll tell you how to pay $9, okay? All right, we're going to get there. So let's see some stocks that did the reverse of our resistance levels. So here you have a stock. There's been a seller out there. He's been out there for about 10 minutes. You got two orders of 51,000. Two orders at 190, 179, and 70 and 179.50. So, and this is Apple. By the way, it works on every stock. So the game plan of being a good trader is having a game plan. When you own a stock, you want to know where are the buyers, where are the sellers. And no matter if you're trading a brand name stock, a small cap stock, whatever it is, the only difference is it comes down to money. The more money you spend, the more money you have at risk. But don't look at it, does this only work for inexpensive stocks? It does work for expensive stocks. But what's nice about this is that you're seeing it on a heat map, and it kind of makes it a little bit more easier to read, so you know exactly where the trend is, where the orders are, and where it'll fall down to. Nicholas, no, this actually works for futures. It works for options. It also works for cryptocurrency. So, and it does work for commodities too, yes. Now let's go check the live market. All right, let's have a little fun here. All right. So let's look at Tesla, for example. I got Tesla up here. You see Tesla? Tesla's not doing too well. Everybody see that right now? Look at Tesla coming down. Now, why is Tesla coming down? Let's see if everybody learned anything today. Why is Tesla going down? Okay. Wow, look at that. Okay. So it's not going down because of the stochastic, RSI, the Shankin, the Bollinger Band. What else we got going on here? MACD. What else we got here? I think that's enough. All right. Does that help you? Does that help explain to you why the thing's going down? To me, that's a damn mess. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, all right? But it does look very important. I don't know. Some people read this crap. I don't even know what the hell we're looking at, I'll be honest with you. Let me go back to my default, all right? There, perfect. Tesla. Okay, so why is Tesla going down? It's chicken scratch. You know what? I used to have in my office when my kids are older now, but like from kindergarten all the way to 5th grade. They used, when you hear parents or kids come home, look, Daddy, look at Mommy, I drew you a picture, and it's like it shows you a picture of them or an elephant, but the elephant looks like the mountains. So basically, I used to take those pictures, I used to put up all on my wall, and people are like, what is that? He goes, oh, those are my indicators. My kid, that's what it looks like. When you look at indicators, that's what indicators look like me. My kids' drawings in the 1st grade. Okay, but let's look at Tesla. Why is Tesla going down? Okay, so sellers. Now, so Tesla's going down. When is it going to stop? That is the question, because there are people out here right now. I know Tesla's coming on earnings tonight. When is Tesla going to stop? Anybody know the answer? Got to find buyers? Is Nicholas the only person here answering? Philip, what about you from Texas? I didn't hear from you. Mike? Thomas from Missouri? Come on, Nancy from Seattle? Come on, don't be shy. Listen, please, don't be embarrassed to make a mistake. That's how you lose money, because you could sit here and you'll be a deer in the headlights and you'll look at Tesla and it's tanking on you and you don't know what to do other than keep losing money. All right. So let's answer that question. Let's go find the buyers. Let's go look at the level 4. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Right here at 145, there was a big buyer out here for 122,000 shares. Everybody see that right there? Everybody see that right there at 145? What happened when it hit 145? Does anybody know? Because that's a pretty big buyer. And to me, that would be a big support level. What's supposed to happen when it hit 145? It was supposed to go up, right? It didn't go up. It didn't go up. You know what happened? Look at this bar down here at the bottom. The buyer got executed. You ever when a stock hit a support level and like, oh, it's a support level, it should bounce. And then you find out, how the hell did the thing go lower? Well, somebody sold it to him. And look what happened. It dropped at 145. Let me draw my trend lines right here. There's 145. By the way, I didn't see 145 on the intraday chart. Let's look at the long-term chart. Oh, I see a little bit over here. What was that? 144.87. Okay, I'll give you that. 145. Yeah, I'll give you that. 143. Okay, so we just broke through 145. All right. How about this? I got something better for you. Hold on. Let me bring something else. Look what happened over the course of the day. Had a big buyer here at 250. He got executed. You're like, oh my God, stock's going to go lower. Well, where's it going to go down to? Next buyer was down here at 148. Somebody sold to him. Next biggest buyer was at 147. Somebody executed him. Somebody went out there at 146.50. Somebody executed him. The biggest buyer was at 145, and he's been out there since 9:30 in the morning. Guess what? Somebody sold to him. So what do you do? Do you average down? What do you do? What do you do, fellow traders? Do you buy puts? Okay, there you go. Listen, can the stock go down to 125? You got to get out, Alex, right? You got to get out. You got to get out. And by the way, this also doesn't apply towards day trading. It could apply towards swing trading. And I'll show you. Look right here. You got 120,000 share buyer at 240. You got another 90,000 share buyer at 230. Let me just go down a little bit lower. If the stock was to go higher, look at all those sellers out there. 270, 275, 280. But you could see that there was a pretty big support level at 245. That's not a good sign. Okay. So now it looks like our next biggest buyer is at 240 And geez, we don't have anybody down there till 200. So if you're a day trader, a short-term swing trader, or an investor, you could apply this to everything. Now, let me just reiterate what I told you before we started. How much smarter and a better trader did I make you before you started here 40 minutes ago? Because think about it. You've been looking at the past. 50% better. Thank you. For sure, right? Much better. Much better. Now, think about it. We've only been talking for 40 minutes. How would you like to see this live for one whole week? For one whole week to show you how this actually works. So this is what I want to do. I want to invite all of you guys to come into my trading room. And my trading room is right here. Let me just show you what we got going on here. Let me bring it up here. So let me just bring up my trading room. So as it's loading up, here's our trading room. And these are all our instructors, Alex, Josh, John, Rich, everybody. Some of them already out for lunch. These are all the traders on the left-hand side. These are all the commentary of all the stocks we're trading. You can see the stocks that we're watching. You can see up here of our news, what we're posting as in alerts, because we do an alert service too. So we're going to invite all of you guys to come into that trading room. And let me tell you, this is why Cyber Trade University is endorsed by some more brokerage firms and exchanges than anyone in the school. I can almost guarantee you that if anybody here took classes, no one could put these names up on the, put those feathers in their cap like CTU can. This is why we've been in business for 30 years. And not only that, this is why we have the highest rating on Google than any school in the industry. Okay? So the thing is, we have a reputation, and we like to keep that reputation because we want to teach people how to stop losing money. We're not worrying about the winners. We just don't want you to get involved in Tesla and hold it on from the open and then figure it out like, what the hell am I doing? Do I still wait for earnings announcements? Doesn't work that way. So everybody here is going to be invited into my trading room, and you could start it today, you can start next week, whatever it is. But I want you to see everything that we talked about. I want to give you some workshops. I want to give you a couple of videos. I want you to talk to my staff, because the reason why I was here, if you heard me earlier, is I'm looking for people I could train, and it could be part of my team so we can make money together. That's really what it's all about. Now, just to let you know, we do commentary from the first hour of the open, and we do commentary to the last hour of the close. So we're in there all day. But as of right now, we have no audio because, middle of the day is kind of slow. Most of the action happens, first hour and the last hour. We do trade options. We do swing trading. We do all that good stuff. So, but it all starts from day trading, and then they trickle into other stuff. And we also have some great gurus in the industry. So we'll always bring guest speakers on. If it's from Forex, futures, stocks, options, whatever it is, we always have great speakers that come along. Now, all I'm asking for is $9. Now, I can let you in for free, but I'm not looking for free people, because nobody works for free. You don't work for free. I don't work for free. But I'm not asking you to pay me $900, $9,000. I'm asking for $9, and it's a money-back guarantee. Just give me 1 week. You could take your phone. You could scan that QR code, or you could just click on the link we just post up there in the middle. Now, this is what you're going to get. And also, if you do register, I will give the first 20 people a free consultation with me on the phone. Now, I don't know anyone here if you've been taking classes with everyone. And Nicholas, I know I had some calls with some of you here, but we get hundreds and hundreds of people. 50 to 60% of you, maybe more, might realize it might not be for you, and we might not make that phone call. But if you're serious, you want to know it, and you like what you see, we're going to have that conversation over the phone, okay? And then we'll make that judgment if this is for you or not. Now, these are all the great things that you're going to get with it. You're going to get pro workshops. You're going to get a trader's library. You're going to get my book, okay? And you're going to get 1 week access in the room, all for $9, okay? That's it. And you know what? If I wasted your time at the end of the week, I'll give you $9 back, okay? Believe me, I don't need your $9, okay? You see that thing behind my back? You see that little Ferrari picture that's been signed by Michael Schumacher? That thing's worth like tens of thousands of dollars. I got stuff there that's worth over $100,000. I don't need your $9. I only do it to let me know if you're a real person or not. Now, when you register, very important. You're gonna fill out a Q&A. We need to find out a little bit about you. Let us know if you've been trading now live, if you took training before, just if you have a brokerage account, just let us know a little bit about you. It's like 5 questions. And then the next page, you're going to register. You're going to book your appointment with your education advisor. Yes, you can actually talk to someone in our staff. And they're going to take the time to walk you through your portal page, show you what to go in there. So when you go in the trading room, you don't feel confused. That's really what it's all about. Steve says already start early this week, well worth the $9 and much more. Steve, thank you very much. Steve, what was the best part about you being in the trading room? What did you see? What was the most exciting stock that you saw? Can you tell me? Because I want to bring that up. What was the coolest thing that you saw? Remember yesterday we traded this stock TPST? Thing ran from, let me bring it up so you guys could see it. Stock ran from, let me zoom in here so you guys could see it. This was pretty cool. Stock started right around $6 right out of the gate, right? And it ran all the way up to about $9. You think you got your $9 worth? Think you got it? Nicholas says the FFIR, RE. Let me bring that one up. That one was pretty cool. It did this more cheap stock, right? Yesterday, it went from like $1.18 to about $1.40. Josh, one of our instructors, loved the stock. 10 o'clock, it ran from $1.27 up to $1.55. Cheap. Some of you dish that out to lay on an option. Imagine you could just buy the stock. Not bad for an expensive stock. Yep, great. Glad you guys liked it. All right, so you got the link right there. I hear a bunch of you guys registering already. So who do we got here? Manesh, is that your name? From Texas. I just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who else we got here just registered? Rebecca, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Anyone else? Just guys see people's registering right now. Now, in the meantime, as you guys are registering, if anyone has any questions, just please feel free to kind of just tell me right now. I'd be happy to answer him. Let me see. Change one more slide here. There you go. There's the one for the coaching, and this is what you're going to get. I registered through the Wealth 365. No problem, Nicholas. Thank you very much. And listen, every day is better than others. I mean, yesterday, Monday and Tuesday was great. Today was not as great as the other days. Okay? Danny, you already registered? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Listen, the goal is this. We just want to make you to know, first of all, I've been doing this for 30 years. And I hate seeing people lose money. And I'd rather all of you here to just see what's going on in the trading room and just learn a little bit to see like why these people are buying and selling and so on. And you know what? The best thing that could happen to you is you're going to realize that trading is not for you or not. People are like, oh, it's moving too fast, whatever it is. And that's okay. But if you want to know what it's like to be with a bunch of professional traders and be on the floor of the exchange and see what it's like, here's your opportunity. Okay? That's the entry fee. That's it. The application fee to get in there. And by the way, another thing, because I had one person just emailed me, we're not going to charge you after a week. We're not going to go out there and tell you, oh, we're going to hit you with a $400 fee. We don't do that. If you don't want to continue with Cybertrade University, you don't have to. We don't need your business. We respect your business. We don't need your business. If you don't want to be there, we don't need to lock you in. But if you want to know how to find those orders and follow 70% of the orders, here's your chance to do it. Well, there you go. All right. Any other questions, fellow traders? Anything else? Let me tell you, when I got started, I had to pay $1,000 for that data. A 22-year-old kid. Could you imagine coming up paying only $9 today? That was like that's like me telling you want to get my trading room, it's going to cost you $5,000. I paid it 30 years ago. Because I was looking at everyone around my town driving, living the life of dreams. I'm like, how is this kid making so much money? What is he doing? Oh, he's a trader. They're like, well, why can't I figure it out? They're like, because you're being cheap. and don't want to go out there and learn from people that do it all day long. You want to learn on your own. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be, rude or whatever, but the truth is, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. All right. Ash, I just got your registration too. I just saw you come across. Thank you very much, Ash. And who else we got here? I see a bunch of you just starting to register right now. Nancy, got your registration from Idaho. Welcome aboard. Now, listen, when you book your registration, don't forget, you have a calendar. They book very, very fast. So make sure you book your appointment sooner than better. And if you don't want to start if you're going on vacation or going away, listen, I'm going on my honeymoon on Friday. My 25th anniversary on Friday. So I'll be out on Friday. You could sign up on Monday. You can start Monday. But the traders are there all day. So make sure you look at the calendar, book your calendar, and go from there. Thank you very much, Steve. I got lucky. She stuck with me for 25 years. All right. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I want to bring this up, Steve. I think part of my relationship, why that kept me along with someone, not because of having a best friend, but I think trading had a lot to do with it. Because I was able to travel and spend more time with my family. When I first got started, I was able to go away, take them with me. I wasn't tied down or locked down that I was working from 9 to 5. You know how many people got divorced during COVID? You know what I mean? Because now all of a sudden the husband and wife are home all day, and they couldn't, oh my God, I can't deal with you anymore. But right away. And you know what? We had a great relationship. We traveled. We go away. Things worked out great. It really has. Trading is a great job. You could do it anywhere in the world. Pays a lot of money. It's definitely not going to. Social Security is not going to pay enough. And if you're ready to start trading a pension, you can't live off that. You got to build on it. So that's why you're all here. All right, everybody. Listen. Thank you for listening. Look forward to seeing you all in the trading room. And like I said, if you didn't register, maybe not ready yet, I get it. I won't take it the wrong way. But please go out there and learn from other people out there. Do your homework, do your research, learn from a little bit from everyone, try a little bit. Don't spend a lot of money in the beginning. You might maybe down the road, but you got to learn if you want to earn. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you all in the trading room. Thanks.